Good morning, it's Bruce here. It's September 16th. It's Friday. It's 2022. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 principles of the 12 steps. Just reading from this little meditation book here with some 12-step type daily meditation. So meditation today was talking, like I said, about 5 principles embodied in the 12 steps. They list them out, and I've done the same. So first one is like membership. It's sort of qualifying for membership in 12 steps, which is as simple as having an addiction problem, and then getting a sense of belonging. This is the first step. It's basically about admitting and accepting. It's basically says we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, whatever, and that our lives would become unmanageable. And that's a pretty obvious statement a lot of addicts can make when they come in, right? Helps you to get around denial, helps you to belong. Second principle would be a group of spiritual principles. In my opinion, anyway, the second, third, and 11th steps talk about, they talk directly about spirituality. They talk about coming to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Then they talk about making a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understand Him. And then the 11th step says through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of our will and the power to carry it out. So those are spiritual principles, the second, third, and 11th steps. Then the third sort of principle is personal inventory. It's getting to know yourself, because a lot of addicts spend a lot of time just trying to avoid themselves, avoid their issues, avoid the things that they don't like about themselves. So pretty important to get to know yourself, find out who you are, do an inventory, find out what you've got in stock, good and bad, and liquidate if you need to. Hell knows I had to. So that's personal inventory, getting to know yourself, a bit of humility. That's the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 10th steps. The fourth sort of principle is restitution, which deals with, making amends for harm done, fixing the wrongs that we've done in our lives, right? This goes a long way to setting things right, making amends, and helping us feel good, feel like we can hold our heads up in the world after cleaning up any messes we've made. So that's the 8th and 9th steps. And then the 5th sort of principle is helping others. That's a big one. That's really why the 12 steps works, is because people come in, they learn it, they get better, they pass it on, right? Helping others, working with another addict is a big part of recovery, because it puts you into a place where you're useful, where your past is your best asset. And, there's nothing better to take you out of self-pity or, some kind of obsession. Nothing better than working with another person that needs your help and that might be in a much worse place than you are. So, yeah, that's the 12th step. So those are the 5 principles that this reading was talking about today. So the meditation basically says I'm making these steps part of my being day by day. And it talks about how we live in the present, but we're also kind of eternal. And the way I understand this is that a lot of my actions, if I have actions that are deep and important, they can live on, beyond my lifetime. And an example of that would be passing on knowledge to future generations, right? So, and it can be something as simple as that. And I think the idea can be brought back to, the sort of actions that I take today, make them count, as if, I have to look at everything I do and kind of go, well, how's this going to affect the future? Is it going to be valuable for the future? Is it going to be a waste of time? Is it going to positively affect people in the future, or negatively, right? So that's a way that I can look at living in the moment, but also living eternally. So Like I said, this idea is presented. We may do spiritual things which outlive us. Example would be teaching a younger generation, passing on things that will live beyond my time. In the moment, I can have a life that flows like some calm river through dry, parched lands, bringing a nutritional, cooling hydration if I live in the moment with God. This can foster a positive attitude and bring a love and service to bear in my daily life. This will yield abundantly. Okay, so today I can live as though my life, through my actions, is eternal, and make what I do count for something, count for something positive, something, forward thinking, something good for the future. So I pray that I may give freely to all that ask for help today, in all the little ways that I can, and that I pray that I may be a cool running river in a thirsty land. So that's the reading, the meditation, and thoughts for today. I was thinking earlier about this book and thinking about how great it is, but how it's all based on the Alcoholics Anonymous book, which is the textbook for 12-step recovery. And I was thinking I really want to do this same kind of thing because I read from that book daily as well. I read a couple of pages every day. I was thinking it'd be great to do the same kind of thing that I'm doing with the 24 Hours a Day book, with the Alcoholics Anonymous book as well. So if I can maybe start doing videos where I go through that book 2 pages at a time and just spend, 3, 4, 5 minutes talking about what I get out of it, out of that particular reading. So I think I'll try and do that as well. So I'm just putting it out there. If you see the video, please hit the like button or leave a comment or something if it's useful for you. I know it's useful for me to do this because it gets me reading the stuff, thinking about it, and making some notes, and then talking, regurgitating it. So it helps it to sink in for me. So hope you all have a good day. Talk to you later.